Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and greetings again from Boston, Massachusetts, my old home. I have just checked into the Charlesmark Hotel. So, funny story about this hotel. I've probably stayed here a handful of times. It's on my Boston guide on my blog, SavvyBostonian.com. I will leave a link down below. It's a free guide to Boston. And I think I've even tried to film 2 hotel reviews on my stay here, but somehow they have never made them to YouTube. And I don't know why. So let's hope this third time is a charm. I'm really committed this time. So in this video, I'm gonna do a room tour of my room at the Charlesmark. I'm only staying here for one night, and I'm also gonna share all the other kind of amenities that I explore in the hotel and give you an overall review of my stay and let you know, would I stay here again? I mean, spoiler alert, I'm already on like my 5th stay here. But if you are planning a visit to Boston and you're looking for a great affordable hotel, a little bit on the smaller side, but in the heart of the Back Bay, let's give you the room tour, give you all the deets, and you can decide if this is the hotel for you. So if that sounds good, let's jump in. Okay, so this time I am in room number 201, and it's actually one of the bigger rooms I've stayed in this hotel, and it also looks like a wee bit updated. So I'm standing right next to the door here, and when you walk in, this is what you see. So I'm on the street side, which I'll show you, but I immediately walk in and I see a sleeper sofa. So if you came with a young child, you could put them here. And then this is the bed. The beds here are kind of full/queen size beds, I believe. But the room is just really kind of simple and clean. So actually I say it's one of the bigger rooms because I have like all this room for my suitcases here. I actually think it would have been nice to make a desk there, because with the window and the looking out onto Boston, that would be cool. Work remotely vibes. But let's get a little focused here. So this is what the bed looks like. And then on the nightstand table, you've got my phone charging, the in-room phone. They each come with like these little trays here because there's not really like a table in the room. So you can kind of put things on there, like food or something. Little shelf, nothing underneath. And then there are kind of 2 American plugs on the side and like a little reading lamp. I do really like the Boston Marathon art because we are pretty much just adjacent to the finish line of the famous Boston Marathon here. And then there's some more art on the other side. We've got a little throw branding the Charlesmark, but not too much else to see on this side. Also just the same nightstand with the plugs. But what's cool about this room, because I think where I am, there's also like this little like landing place so you can use it as storage. But what I think is quite cool is I've never stayed on the Boylston Street city side before, so it will actually be a really good test of soundproofing because the rest of the hotel is so quiet on the other sides. You really just look up, a lot of rooms are against a building or like the back alley. So here you have the Boston Public Library right outside of my room. You also have the John Hancock Tower, is this tall building. Got Copley Square right over there. So I literally just walked here with my 2 huge suitcases and my Longchamp bag with my laptop in it from Back Bay Station. It's really only like 3-4 blocks away. It's such a fast walk. And then on the other side, you can see right over there is the finish line to the Boston Marathon. So it's probably not the most privacy type room because there'll be no changing in the room with anyone can kind of see in, but as someone who used to live in this area, it's really quite special to wake up with all of Boston on your doorstep. Now, I am just hoping it will be quiet at overnight, but I guess there's only one way to find out. So all of the rooms at the Charlesmark have this kind of like self-contained unit. So on the top you have the flat screen TV. In the middle here you've got the in-room safe. Then over here we've got like the cable box. It has a DVD and VHS, so if you just want to bring some movies from home or go across to the library and see if they'll rent something to you, that could be fun. Then in here you actually really, I know it's kind of weird, but you have the closet in here with a rack for the luggage, the what is it, the iron, a mini ironing board, and even a little chair, because this actually pulls out. So instead of having, well, I think a desk over here would have been cool. This, if you do want to work remotely from the room, you can put your laptop here, have the chair, and just use this as a DIY desk. Now in the drawers underneath, we have the mini fridge, which just doesn't come with anything in it. And then over here we've got an ice bucket, and then they give you some nice little guides to Boston. So Boston Magazine, Boston Common, a little bit of guest information on the hotel, which is great. So these are actually how the room keys look. So you actually feel like it's like a little Boston apartment because you have your room keys, and one actually works for the front door after hours and one works for your room door. Now panning over the rest of the room, so you can see over here we've got the door, the couch, got a coat rack where my coat is hung up. We do have an in-room temperature control. It was set at 72 when I came in and felt a little warm in here because I am wearing quite a large sweater today, but love this in-room mirror. Hello, outfit of the day. And then let's check out the bathroom. So in the bathroom, on the small side, but you've got underneath the sink tissues, toilet paper, waste, trash bin. We've got a little one sink here. Hello. We have a little hair dryer that comes with the room. And there's also 2 little plugs here, soap, and then you also do get some other toiletries, which includes, I can't even see what this says, refreshing, oh, this is mouthwash, I read it's right. This is one of the rare hotels these days that gives you mouthwash, which I think is rather funny, but cool. So this is moisturizer, this is body wash, and this is shampoo. No conditioner, but mouthwash. Discuss. Then you also have, so they do a nice job of space savings here. The towels are there and they all look like really lovely and new and spotlessly clean. This is my bath mat. So this is kind of new. Usually when I stay here, I've never had a room that's had like these little cubbies in here, which is quite nice for the small storage. And then the shower is just behind us over here, which has just some little shelves for your stuff, which I love. Just really basic shower with a little light above, all very compact. And then also on the back of the room here are some more towel hangers. So as mentioned, I'm only staying here one night, but I did that on purpose because I'm flying back to London in 2 days' time, and I wanted to stay one night here and one night at the airport hotel before I do my daytime flight to London. And I thought it would just be, even though it's a pain to, you know, schlep big suitcases around, because this hotel is so centrally located, it's so affordable, I just thought this would be really great for one night. I can store the bags with them tomorrow because check-in at my next hotel isn't until 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So I can just hang out, have the whole day in Boston. Checkout isn't until noon as well, which is great. So I can just take my time, do some little errands in the morning, and then come back and check out at noon, which is fantastic. And in terms of amenities that this hotel has that I'll show you, so they used to do a much bigger continental breakfast. Now it's, over many years, has been pared down to a pastry and a coffee for free, or coffee or tea for free in the mornings, which, hey, I'll take any freebie you give me. And they are attached to a breakfast restaurant, so if you want like a more elaborate breakfast, you can also order breakfast there. And then they also told me now, there's no gym in the hotel, but a couple blocks down Boylston Street, There's like an indoor tennis and racket club. I mean, I'm a tennis player. Wish I had known this before. Where you can use the gym for free. I'm like, can I go play tennis there for free? Probably not. But I guess, yeah, if I really wanted a gym workout, which I don't think I will because I'll be walking all over Boston, there is that option as well, which I also think is like that's a newer perk since the last time I've stayed here. But I am gonna go get myself ready to go do some stuff around Boston, meet up with my friends, and I will check back in with you tomorrow morning to let you know how my sleep was with the room on Boylston Street. Was it soundproofed? And I'll also show you what the breakfast situation looks like. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, it is the next day. It's about 11:15 right now. Who is this girl? Checkout's at noon and I am not rushing till the last second. So this morning I woke up at like 7 a.m. I went to bed early last night. So my one feedback on the room, because we are on Boylston Street, if you are really sensitive to noise, definitely ask for one of the rooms facing like the side or the back of the building. I've stayed, I think I've told you I've stayed here about probably 5 times now. This is the first time I've ever been on Boylston Street. So if you are kind of noise sensitive, I think just get the back or the side view room. You won't have any issues. I preemptively went to bed with my earbuds in. So I use these, I'll leave them linked down below. I use these loop earplugs at home in London because sometimes the foxes are crazy. And my neighbor's young son, I think he's running a marathon at weird hours of the day and night. And then I also use them when I travel. They're really small and discreet and they do block out a lot of the noise. The other thing I would say though is the in-room temperature control. When that is blowing, you can't hear anything from the street, but it is quite loud on its own. So again, if you are sensitive to noise, then bring some earplugs or ask for one of those side or back rooms when you check in. I always think like, if you don't ask, you don't get. And I'm actually taking this spirit on to when I check in to the Hilton at Logan Airport next, because they always put me like miles down and I've got a 7:30 a.m. flight. I want to be like near the elevator for once. I never want to be near the elevator. But actually I'm also next to the elevator here and that hasn't been bad noise-wise at all. So that was the sleep. I slept really well in the bed. Temperature control in the room was great. The bed and the pillows were great. No complaints there. I then got up this morning and had a shower. So another thing this is so niche that I like about this hotel is the water pressure here is excellent. Sometimes I do complain if like the water is just not like strong enough. It just takes forever to wash your hair when you've got a lot of hair. So that was great. Took a shower, got ready. I've now repacked my suitcases, and even behind me, I've got 2 presents ready to go send off to people. So I'm all packed up. I also went downstairs this morning and I actually even brought my computer to have like a nice leisurely breakfast downstairs in like the restaurant area. I did on one of the previous visits go to the restaurant itself. This time I actually just packed some protein bars and I'm trying to free up suitcase space. So I had a protein bar, a croissant, I mean, balance, right? And the croissant and the coffee is free. And there was also pain au chocolat. And I even heard one of the guys coming in asking, I think anything in the pastry case by the bar is also included. So they also had like some sort of, I think, apple turnover. Someone was asking if they had any more of the good donuts. So I don't know, I went down there at 9, a little too late for the donuts, but didn't need that temptation. So yeah, but the free breakfast, you know, is basic, but nice perk, you know. And then yeah, I've just been packing up the rest of the way. There's not too much else to say about the rooms. You know, I think this is just a really great central location in Boston. You know, you can walk to Back Bay Station really, you know, depending on how heavy your suitcases are, like 7 to 10 minutes, I think. It's not, and I guess the stoplights, how well you time the stoplights. So that's a huge perk. You're in such a great central area to walk everywhere if you just want to walk around, which is yesterday I walked to Beacon Hill, then all the way to like Faneuil Hall, and then all the way back home. And I even like did a swoop in the Prudential Center. So if you are a walker, it's a really great location. And there's a reason why this hotel has been on my Boston guide for so long. So would I stay here again? Yes, and there's a really good chance that that will come true, because I just think the value for the money here, if you don't mind having a smaller room, just because of the location and some of the little perks like breakfast, you know, it's good all around value for the money if you don't mind a smaller room. So with that said, if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and leave a comment down below and let me know. That really means the world to me. I just love reading your reviews when you're like, yeah, you know, thanks so much. I was trying to decide. We stayed at this hotel and it was great. Thanks for your review. And then if you do want to join me on this wonderful YouTube journey, I create travel and lifestyle videos. So I do hotel reviews, travel vlogs. So there'll definitely be a Boston travel vlog to go with this. So there's actually quite a few already on the channel. So if you are planning a trip to Boston, go check out all my videos. And also in the video description box, I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I have a free Boston guide that I probably update like every quarter. Go through and remove the places that have gone out of business, and I add the new places that I'm going to. So if you want some good restaurant recommendations, hotels, things to see and do, I've got you covered. And then last but certainly not least, I also do some fun kind of life in London, products I like kind of videos. Oh my gosh, I am rambling on. So thanks again for tuning in, and I will see you soon.